Sometimes creators like to shake things up in a superhero's life, often with results that don't go down well with all the readers. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most controversial superhero storylines. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at stories which generated significant controversy due to their handling of a touchy subject or the manner in which the characters were portrayed in the story.
Instead of going against Hydra and the typical Captain America villains, he's going up against conservatives. That's his new enemy.
Number 10, the death of Captain America. Nowadays, superheroes get killed off with regularity, and they rarely stay dead. Readers knew this when the massive Marvel undertaking known as the Civil War killed off the Star-Spangled Superman. Many felt that killing off a pop culture symbol of American patriotism while the country was engaged in a real war in Iraq was a poor choice in taste. Add to it that it all came about because of Iron Man's support of a registration law, and the death felt classically tragic. Sure, Cap came back to life a year or so later, but that didn't stop fans from howling in rage, and from debating whether Marvel had gone too far this time. Number 9, the Watchmen prequels. Alan Moore's original Watchmen series is one of the sparkling jewels in the comic book world's crown. Ardent fans consider it perfect and basically untouchable. So, just imagine their outrage when DC announced it was releasing a series of prequels to the classic series. And it was doing so with neither the involvement nor the blessing of Moore, who had unceremoniously parted ways with them years earlier. The resulting books focused on many of the major characters from the series, filling in some details and fleshing out their origins. But even with some fine individual issues, none of the prequels compared to the quality of the original, making the whole exercise just seem like an easy way for DC to milk a good franchise. Number 8, the female Thor. Everyone knows who Thor is, right? The Thunder God, the son of Odin, the Goldilocks guy with the massive biceps, easy to spot in a crowd. Sure, there have been periods when someone else may have taken the mantle of Thor. Beta Ray Bill, anyone? What about that time that Thor was a frog? But pass the mantle to a woman, however, and boy, some fans are going to be really upset. In 2004, Jane Foster, Thor's on-again, off-again romantic interest, took up the hammer, and was greeted with a vocal outcry. The new Thor series did very well, however, both critically and commercially, so it seems that most fans were more than willing to accept this fresh approach. And for the others, well, horse-faced alien, no problem. Frog, that's okay. Woman, get out. Number 7, Lois Lane goes undercover as a black woman. When Lois Lane wants a scoop, she will stop at nothing to get it, as this story from 1970 demonstrates. First published in the midst of DC's relevancy period, it took a look at racial issues. Lois is assigned to do a story on Metropolis's poor black neighborhood, but she feels shut out because of her race. She then uses a machine to temporarily turn herself black and experience what discrimination feels like. Many readers at the time objected to an oversimplification of a complicated issue. Others resented any contact between the races, while still others felt that the issue implied that simply being black was a problem. Suffice to say that this story managed to piss off pretty much everyone at once. Good job. Number 6, Speedy became a junkie. DC's relevancy period also affected the adventures of the Green Lantern and the Green Arrow. The two-part Snowbirds Don't Fly storyline was critically acclaimed and raised a huge ruckus for its depiction of drug abuse. What made it so shocking was that the abuser in this case was Speedy, the Green Arrow's ward. Although the writing is a bit preachy and makes drug recovery and rehabilitation seem a lot easier than it actually is, the story still packs a punch, not least because of how it points out hypocrisy in the Green Arrow's character. Number 5, Captain America is an agent of Hydra. In 2016, Marvel launched a new Captain America series with a first issue that generated a ton of buzz, like buzz from a hornet's nest. Why? Because the end of issue number 1 revealed that Steve Rogers, America's true blue ideal, was in fact an agent of the evil organization known as Hydra. The mainstream media literally lost its shit, accusing Marvel of betraying its longtime fans.
What the is wrong with you, Marvel? What the
Of course, they all looked pretty silly just a short time later when it was revealed that Cap's timeline was changed by the Red Skull and the reality-warping Cosmic Cube. Love or hate this storyline all you want, but Hydra Cap doesn't replace the hero we all know and love. Number 4, Rape of Nightwing. The rape of a man doesn't always get a lot of attention, which is one reason that this story really stands out. The heroine, Tarantula, has a crush on the hunky Nightwing. After they have been battling the hard-to-defeat villain Bane for quite a while, Tarantula decides the easy way out is to just kill the guy. While that murder, combined with intense weariness, puts Nightwing into a state of shock, it just makes Tarantula feel all kinds of crazy. And so she decides to just sorta take Nightwing then and there. This is all despite the fact that he keeps saying, "Don't touch me. Readers were outraged, some because of the rape, some because they claim it couldn't be rape. In either case, it definitely got people talking. Number 3, the first woman in a refrigerator. Nowadays, people are quick to point out female characters with oversimplified roles. One of the turning point examples of this goes back to the 1994 Green Lantern story. Alexandra DeWitt was introduced as a new love interest for the Green Lantern, but 6 issues later, she was callously killed and literally stuffed into a fridge. The phrase women in refrigerators was coined to describe female characters whose entire existence is intended to enable a male character to go through man pain, feelings of anguish, vengeance, anger, etc. DeWitt's murder was such a blatant example of this that it took on a significance its creators definitely did not expect. Number 2, the Joker is too wild. The treatment of Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl, got a lot of attention when it made her the victim of one of the Joker's latest crimes. In order to break her father, Commissioner Jim Gordon, the Joker shoots his daughter Barbara and then kinda kidnaps her. She is stripped, beaten, and shot, all for the sake of creating a spectacle. When the story was finally adapted into a movie in the animated feature in 2016, DC tried to address the controversy by showing Barbara as the empowered Batgirl. But then they screwed it up by having her bang Batman. Good stuff, guys. Number 1, Ms. Marvel's forced pregnancy. In a 1980 Avengers storyline, Carol Danvers, aka Ms. Marvel, became pregnant, despite not having knowingly had sex with anyone. It turns out an asshole named Marcus had previously kidnapped Carol, warped her mind, and manipulated her into having sex with him. That alone is kinda strange, but not all that bad until Carol, now with full knowledge of the truth about her rape and forced pregnancy, decides to stand by the dude. And then the Avengers just kinda go along with it. Outrage over the whole situation later led to some convoluted plotlines attempting to rectify the whole situation, and things just got even more complicated for poor Danvers. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.